Good day, my name is Alvinus Melius, and today I will be showing you how to implement a stack using a one-dimensional array in the C programming language. Let's get started.
All right, so what do we need to complete this? First, we need our data type. This is going to say what type of data, what elements are going to be in there, and we also need functions. We need several functions to be able to access, to be able to manipulate this stack. We'll begin with a data type. Okay, I'm assuming here that you know C. If you know C, you recognize the constant has been defined here with the value 5. With that done, we can move to start beginning our structure. We're going to use a structure. For short, we say struct, and we're going to give it a tag. We're going to tag it as stack, and then we added two elements we need. We need our array, which we will call S, is of type integer. So int, let's say S, and then we'll put the constant, which has a value 5. Then we need another integer, so we put our keyword again, int, and we're going to call this one top. It will hold the index for the top value of the array. Let's change that. Let's call it constant instead. It's easier to remember what it holds. Okay, with that done, we want to now add a name. We're going to call it for short st, for when we have to reference this structure. And that's it. We move on to some of the other bits and pieces we need to take care of, and these are our functions. We need a few functions here, and we're going to start with a function to check if our array, if our stack is full. So we call it stFull, and then we need a condition here. Let's go to so we use conditional statement. We want to see check the value of stop against the value of our constant minus 1. So if it's greater than or equal to then that means the stack is full. So what we're going to do, so minus 1, okay, we're going to return a value. If that is true, we're going to return 1. So we're using boolean values here, else we're going to return 0 if it's false. So when this function checks if the stack is full, it's going to return 1. So that's how we're going to know it's full. Okay, so that's it for that function. So it checks a function that will return an integer. Let's add some comments. So checks to see if the stack is full. Alright, so that's one of our functions. We also need to do one to check to see if the stack is empty. As we add and remove, we want to know the status of the stack, and this function is going to be similar to the one we just did. It's going to be returning similar values. So since it has to return an integer, we have int, and we name it stEmpty. Okay, as a function. Then we need to put some meat inside of here. We're going to put another conditional statement again, just as in stFull, in our function to check if it was full. We will be testing top again to see whether it is equal to -1, because if it's equal to -1, it means our stack is empty. and we're going to return 1 if this is true, and 0 else 0 if this is false. 0 semicolon, and there we have it. Our is empty. So our next step is to add a function that will add items to the stack. Okay, so we're going to be doing a push, as we call it. And since it will not be returning a value, we say void. Okay, name the function push int item. Okay, this is going to hold the item that is to be pushed on the top. Alright, it's an integer. Remember, our stack is holding 5 integers. Then st, which refers to our stack top. Okay, so we increment top to indicate we're going to be putting one item on top of our stack, and then we go content, st content, st top, sorry, and we put the item, we assign the item to this element of the array. Okay, now we want to add a function. This is the function that's going to remove items from the stack. Remember, it's last in, first out. Okay, so an int again. So this one is going to return the item that has been removed. So this is why we're putting in. We name it pop. It's a function, of course. And now we want int item. Okay, this is the item that will be specified. So item is equal to the item that's at the top, and we signify this. Okay, st top. So this references the element at the top of the array with the highest index value. Okay, so st top, we decrement this variable by 1, which means we decreasing by 1, and then we return the item that has been removed, the number that has been removed from our array of integers. And so we have it, our function to pop items from the stack.
Now that you have completed this tutorial, you should be able to implement a stack using a one-dimensional array. Be sure to check back here for more tutorials to assist you in your computer science studies at